it's time to go fishing. But wait, before you hit the door, there are a few pieces of information you need to know to aid in your fishing success. So grab your tackle box and listen up, and I'll share my tips and tricks to catch more and bigger fish. Fun fact, did you know there are more than 62 species of fish in Kentucky? Got your tackle box? Good, let's go catch some fish. First, we're going to go over the two most common species of fish in Kentucky. The most common is the largemouth bass. They can grow on average 1.5 pounds as an adult. The biggest largemouth bass ever caught in Kentucky weighed 14 pounds 10 ounces. It was caught by Mark Ward in 2019 in Harlan County. The next most common species of fish is the bluegill. They are a smaller species of fish known as a panfish, which is like sunfish and bluegill. They are much smaller, but they are better to eat. They can grow up to 13 inches on average as an adult. If you catch something other than a largemouth bass or bluegill, you can navigate to the KY Fish and Wildlife website to find out what you've caught. Now that you know what you can expect to catch, let's move on to reels. You may be asking yourself, what is a reel? It's where all the line is stored, and it's what you throw whenever you throw your fishing reel. Did you know they were invented in the 1600s in Europe? This is what they used before people invented reels. This is a cane pole. I harvested this one myself in Graham, Kentucky. They are native to Kentucky. You can find them around most Kentucky bodies of water. Now we'll move on to the actual reels. This is what a lot of people started on, including myself. A spin cast or push button. It's very classic. A lot of people started on it and still use them today. Then getting more advanced is a spinning reel. And then finally, which is the most advanced and is mostly used by pro anglers and seasoned fishermen, is the bait caster. Okay, now that we got some information down, now I'm going to show you how to tie a fishing knot. So you're going to want to take your line. I'm using rope for my demonstration. You'll take it, thread it through the eye of your hook, get it where there's some slack on each side, tie it like you just would a normal knot, pull it around, grab the two ends, and pull it tight. And you just tied the polymer knot, which is a great knot for a fishing knot because it's one of the strongest knots out there. Now I'm going to show you how to rig the Texas rig. So you would put your weight on your line. You're going to take a worm like this one. You're going to put it on your hook like this, just about 1/2 inch, and then you'll want to pop it through the bottom of your worm. You'll slide it up to the flat. Oh, broke my worm. You'll slide it on there, about 1.5 inches, pop it out, and slide it up to this little flat spot on your hook. Oh, my worm broke. I'll continue on anyways. So you want to grab your worm about right here and hook it onto your hook, and then you want to do what's called a skin hook. You'll pull it out and just barely hook in the skin. But remember, as you're doing this, hooks are sharp and will cut you. So remember, you need to be safe around fishing hooks. Okay, so now we'll go over what I would take fishing with me on a normal fishing day in Kentucky. My sunscreen, my water, my hat, my sunglasses, and then my tackle. So obviously you'll want some kind of worm or something like that. And these are considered soft plastic because they're soft, and so then if you're using these, you'll want a hook and some sort of weight. This is a 1/4 ounce lead. They make lead and tungsten. Tungsten is more expensive. Lead works fine though. So you'll want a little crankbait. This is a little 2 to 5 foot diving mini crankbait. Some sort of rattling mini crankbait. A a topwater lure. This is a popper, and they're always good for around here. And can't forget your stringer and your fishing line. And you gotta remember, at 16, you will have to have a fishing license. But for now, until you turn 16, you're all good. In conclusion, today I've shared my tips and tricks to help you catch more and bigger fish. Tighten your fishing set. Remember that to take your hat, your water, your sunscreen, and your sunglasses. And then remember, if you don't know what you've caught, now go online and go to the KY Fish and Wildlife website and navigate to the fish identification sidebar to find out what you've caught. Are there any questions? If not, thank you and happy fishing.